Right then folks, as you can see today, got a slightly bigger Corgi here. It's one of the newer batch that came out, and it's an XK120, and Tony Hughes sent this one in because he's also sent Martin Dare one for us to do a build off. So this is going to be my contribution to the build off. So I've got this one, and he must have something very similar. But I've noticed on this one there is a strap missing from there. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put that back because I've seen some of these without the strap. I'm going to change the colour, which he wants me to do, but I'm going to fill the O's in there, and do it without the strap, if you know what I mean. But anyway, this it's pretty easy to take apart actually. There's I don't know, is it? Bloody hell, there's 4 rivets in this one. That's a lot of rivets for this. It's only a plastic bottom. It's got the plastic whiz wheels on it. I think this just pulls off this piece. Pretty sure. Yeah, that just pops off. So that's that bit out of the way. Actually, I might leave that off actually, because then you can see the interior better. But I'll leave the interior red because that looks quite nice. I don't know about this rack yet. I might take that off as well and fill that in. I don't know. But I'm going to try and keep these stickers, all these, because they've got them on the front bumper. It is a Rally Des Alps or something. So I'm going to try and keep them stickers to put back on again afterwards. So anyway, first of all, I'm going to have to drill all these rivets out. So then we'll do that and take it apart. Okay, as if by magic, we've drilled all these O's out, and I'll tell you what, it was a bit of a bugger to get these drilled out properly, because this plastic isn't very strong and I didn't want to break it or snap it. With a metal base, you can drill down into these, you just go right down and you don't have to worry, and you can sort of pop the rest off with the actual base. But these here, the plastic, you've got to be very careful with it. But anyway, eventually I did manage to drill down, and I have cleaned the root. I'll just put it back to show you just now how to actually take this apart once you've done it. It's pretty simple to take apart really once they've gived. Right, now this just pops off, as you see. If I can get this pop off again, there it goes. And all this is in one sort of piece, so we don't really need to do anything with that because it's pretty clean anyway. And then these pieces here, the bumper just lifts out like that. That's clean. The front one pulls out the front. That's all clean. We don't have to do anything with that. The engine part just pulls out like that. I think that comes apart as well, but we don't have to take that apart. And the boot liner, that comes out like that. But these pieces here, the bonnet and the boot, I don't think I'm going to take them out because there's little clips in there, if you can see, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get them back in to sit as nice as what they are at the moment. So I think I'm going to have to spray this, with the bonnet and the boot attached to it. I mean, all I've got to do is just leave it slightly open like that, just so I can get into these pieces, and I think that'll do it. But I'll take these pieces off, obviously. Take the plastic off. I think that just pops out through there. Yeah, if I file that flat, that should push out that piece. The headlights, I think they're the same. There's a couple of little holes there. That should come out. The seats are going to have to be glued back in because you're not going to get them back properly. You're going to have to shear all that off with a drill. Oh, actually, it'll break off with a screwdriver. Look, I picked away all that was there on the screening. It was just glued. There was some rubbery type glue on that, and I have picked away on that, and if you can see that, I think that will push out now, that windscreen, because it's only sort of got some glue pushed into that when it was pushed in, and that should quite easily pop out. So if I get my screwdriver underneath there, yeah, that's coming out. So that can be cleaned up. That, see, it's only got glue on there that it picks off. You pick all that glue off when you know, when you push it back in there. That's just got to be cleaned up a little bit. All that's got to be cleaned, but that'll all clean up. And then the seats, as I said, it's just a case of breaking these pieces, these little tab pieces on the plastic, so they just push through. It's quite simple to do, I think. Yeah, just break them away like that, and that'll glue back in anyway with your super glue. When you put it back together, that'll load that in. Bit of super glue will load that in quite easily. So now we should be able to push some seats out. There they go. Oh, there's a bit there. That's the trouble with these newer Corgis. I mean, they're not, I don't like these newer ones so much to do, really. This is not really a restoration anyway. This is, well, like I said, it's a build off, isn't it? It's more of a custom, you know, it's more of a custom type sort of video, really. Just change the actual car a bit. There, that pops out like that, let's see. And that'll all glue back on, so that's no problem. And it's just that piece there then, which I don't think I'm going to put this back on. I'll probably fill them holes up with some filler. I'm not really keen on this rack. I know it's meant to be like a tourer, rally tourer type thing, but I'm not keen on this. I'd rather have a smooth finish on it, I think, instead of having that on there. Just push it through there like that. It should come off. There we go. There's that bit, that rubbish. Right, so now all I've got to do is fill these O's up, and then there, I've got to get that off, and take these stickers off and save them, and dump this in the old caustic soda. This is the only part that's going in the caustic today, folks. It's only the top half that's you know, metal. All the rest is plastic. But yeah, that's all we've got to do now. I'll get these stickers off. I'll do all that off camera. Next time you see this, it'll be getting dunked. I've got to take all these bits off, and that's about it. They only pop out, like I said. I'll have to drill a little bit of a hole there, I expect, and just push them through. And the grill's just got a little bit of a, if you look there, like, it's just got a bit of, needs filing down. Like I said, you can do that with the boot or the bonnet open, and then push it through again afterwards. So that's it. Next job, dunking it. Right, folks, everything's out now. Come out pretty easy. Them lights, as I said, they just popped out through. I just poked a bit of wire through the back of the headlight and it popped it out. Let's do the old stripping part now. Get all this old paint off. I hope I've got enough water. Just about. Oh, that'll do. I'll have to do. Oh well. Just needed a little bit more, but never mind. That'll do it when it froths up. Here we go. Might have to leave this for a while. This paint looks like it don't want to come off. Whoa, here we go. I think I'll leave that for a minute, folks, and let that one stew. See if the paint comes off. It should do. Should do eventually. That's the trouble with these newer cars, these newer castings, the paint they use, I don't know, it just seems to stick like shit to a blanket. Oh, sorry. It's just a saying. You've heard worse. So anyway, we'll leave that going. I think it's coming off. It's doing something. And I'm going to have to come back to this. Folks, here we have it, all cleaned up. Now what I've done, pardon me, where all these O's was, in this back piece, I've stuck a little bit of plastic behind there for now, so I can put the filler down, you know, to stop it going anywhere I don't want it to. And I'll just put some tape on the inside there and on the inside of the front bit, so I can put the filler in, if you see what I mean. So I'm going to do that now. If I get the old bonnet out of the way, because the tape I can peel that off afterwards, you see. So I'm just going to get a little dab. Actually, it might be better if I use my little screwdriver here and grab some of that. And if I just put a bit in there like that, and a bit in that one, because all this can be rubbed down again, see, so like that. You want to try and smooth it as best as you can, because you don't want that on there, because you don't want too much on there. Bloody stuff gets everywhere. There's a little bit there, I can use it on the back, that stuff it in the O. Because once you've the less you put on, the better, really, because you don't want to be rubbing it down forever and ever, if you know what I mean. So just see, the trouble is, it's bloody it sets so quick and stuff. If I dab it in there like that, because when you put the old undercoat on there, see, this stuff's gone off already in the bloody packet. When you put the old undercoat on it, that'll help it as well. If you get it as smooth as you can with your sandpaper, once it's hardened up, get it as best as you can there. It's better put a bit more on there because it looks a bit shallow. I know it looks mucky, folks. Well, it is it's a mucky old job. It goes off so fast, this stuff. It's unbelievable. And that's half the problem when you're trying to put it on. See, this is getting bloody ruined now. I'm just going to have to dab it like that, and hopefully it'll be alright. See, look at that. Stupid stuff. See, all that, you don't want none of that on there, because that's all good. But you're going to have to just rub it all off afterwards on that bit. I mean, that's the best I can do there. I'm going to just have to let that harden up. Now I've got to get off my fingers. It's a pain in the pissing ass to get off your fingers, this stuff. It is really horrible shit. I hate using it, but you've got to do it. Most probably you lot knows of something better. You'll tell me in the comments down the bottom there, but for now that's what I'm using. So I did get some of that epoxy resin stuff, but I ain't used that yet. I think I should have tried that out really on this. Never mind, it's too late now, I've done it. But anyway, I'm going to let this all harden up here, and then I'm going to give it a sanding down and get it undercoated, and we'll see what it looks like when I've done that. But for now I'm going to have to let this harden up for quite a while before I can sand this. Right, I'm going to leave it there for a minute, and I'll be back as quick as I can. Right then, you gorgeous people, as you can see, I filled the hose up that was on that bit. I undercoated it, doesn't look too bad now. When it's had paint on it, it should cover all the little tiny imperfections that might be left. And this bit here, where the bonnet strap meant to go, the hose that was there filled up. So when this is all sprayed up with the old paint and the lacquer, you ain't going to see nothing. You'll think he was born like it. And on top of that, I printed some more stickers, or well, I printed decals. I couldn't save the other ones. They were, you know, when I peeled off them side number bits, they were, you know, they all curled up and, well, waste of time. So I printed decals to put over. Well, I only want a couple of the numbers, a number plate and one of these badges, and that's just to go on the back end, the badge, and the number plates for the back end and the numbers for the sides. That's all I need, but I've printed a few extra, you know, for future use. All I've got to do with these, I've got to just lacquer these over now with just ordinary car lacquer. This is what I use. People's asked me so many times, and I keep saying it's clear spray paint, you know, lacquer spray paint, eye coat, fast dry and that. And all it is just automobile paint, and that's all I use, folks. I get so many people ask me questions about what paint do I use and all this, you know, what sort of paints do I use, and it's always the same. I use is it cellulose or acrylic? I don't know. It's car paint anyway, and that's all I use. Nothing technical. That does the job fine for me. Okay, folks, this is what I'm using. It's just ordinary silver wheel pound shop paint for the perfect finish. Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? So I'm going to switch this on now. I've got this all ready to go. Got the bonnets open slightly. I told you I wasn't going to take all that off. So it's going to be a bit noisy now. Here we go. Good cover all over. Make sure I get in there. Right, what I'm going to try and do is open the boot and the thing up a bit now, so as I can do the inside a bit better. I don't want to. A little tiny scratch in there, but I can't help about that. That'll go away when I spray it. I wonder if I can. Right, now we'll try and get inside now if I can. Give it another quick flash and get all the sides of the bonnet. Actually, folks, this doesn't look like a bad silver. So anyway, I'm going to leave that for now. If I need another coat, then I'll give it one, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. So I'll switch that fan off. I don't think it's going to be too bad there, folks, because it's looking pretty covered. I think with a bit of lacquer on there, that should be ideal. But like I say, I'm going to get the decals on before I put lacquer on it, because I've got to stick number plates on there and the numbers on the sides. I'll put all that on before I put the lacquer on, and then I'll seal all that with the lacquer afterwards. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. It looks a lot different than what it did. Once the chrome's back on it and the old silver or the red seats inside, it should look alright. So we'll let that dry, and then I should be putting the old decals on. Well guys, you won't believe what I've been through with this since you last saw it. I'm not happy with this at all, but I've had enough now. I felt like throwing this out on the A38 and just having, well, that was it. I was that bad. The finish is absolutely shit. I mean, it dried off and it's still come back now. This is the third time now you've seen this. This year is the third time stripping. 3 times I've stripped this bloody thing and repainted it again with that paint, and I'm sure it's a shell because I did try another colour on it and it's still done it. All these little imperfections, little dots, you know, micro dots you call them, they just keep coming back. I've sanded it down with emery paper right over the lot. The filler's turned out alright. That's a nice smooth finish. You can't tell where the filler's been. That's alright, because I used the epoxy in the end again, because the filler I put in before it came out with the caustic soda stripping again. But it dried nice, and then the little dots came up again, and now this is the third time I'm trying. I've lacquered it after putting the decals on, and look, the dots has come up again. I don't know what. It's something to do with this shell. I don't know, it's a bogey bloody model, I think, this one. So Tony, thanks for sending this one in. I hope Martin has more luck with the one he does, but I've had enough of this one now. I'm going to leave it like that. I just don't care. That will remind me of this day, I reckon, now, every time I look at this one. But I don't know, it might look alright. It might not look too bad when I got the old bits back on and it's all put back together. But I've completely had it up to my eyeballs now with this one. Anyway, I'm going to put it together. I'm not really going to be too fussy now. So stick the old windscreen in first of all. I doubt if that one will go in now. Yeah, that's gone in alright. And I'm going to just put a little dabs of me oh, where's my 5-second fix? There it is. But no, I've had enough of this one, folks. It's really done my head in. This one's given me a headache. 3 days ago was the last scene you saw with that spraying, and now, well, it's just going to have to do, I'm afraid. I'm sorry about this, but you know, enough is enough. Sometimes you get this problem. I have had problems like this with Batmobile shells. You get the odd one and it just comes up microdots all the time, and you've really got to rub right into the paintwork and everything, or right into the actual shell. But I've had enough of this now. That's it. I'm afraid it's going to have to just stay like it is, because in a minute I'm going to start pulling my bloody hair out. So anyway, we'll stick a bit of the old glue on there, and that'll keep the windscreen in. I've actually put the decals on, as you can see. I printed they off and redone them, and they come out quite nice. It's a shame really that I had these problems with this one, because the decals come out really nice on it. But you know, once I've got all these bits back in, I'm just hoping it's going to look alright. I mean, it should look a lot better than what it did actually start off as anyway. No, this here don't want to go in, I suppose. Come on, don't mess me around now. I've had enough of you already. Alright, the little seats just push back in. Actually, I could put a bit of glue on the bottom of there as well, just to hold them in a bit better. Yeah, should put a bit on there. For a second fix to do that. Yes, this has certainly been a journey doing this bloody thing, I tell you. I wouldn't fancy doing another one. Mind you, the show on another one might be alright. It's just been, I've just been very unlucky with this one, that's all. No matter what I did, I really cleaned it up. Alcohol, pure alcohol I rubbed all over it to get any impurities off the metal. And this time here I actually sprayed it straight onto the bare metal, because it didn't make a difference whether I had undercoat on it or anything. It still did the same thing. And it's not the weather, because the weather's not damp. The weather's entirely dry weather. And you just put these pieces back in like this, they just pop in. The old thing there, I could put a bit of glue on it, I suppose. Let's get me old super duper glue, as Martin calls it. Duper. Super duper. And I shall put a little dab just in around. Just there like that, just to hold that in. Squeeze that one in. I think the headlights might go in without. I'll just zoom out slightly. The headlights might be alright without glue actually, because they was only pushed in before. Yeah, they're quite a tight fit. Even tighter now because I've got new paint in there, so I mean it might not look too bad once it's finished, if you can excuse all the little bits here and there what totally cheesed me off. And that goes back that way. Don't matter if that's shut. Yes, if you can excuse all the crappy little dots, it shouldn't turn out too bad. It just drops in, I think. Somehow. Tell you the truth, I couldn't care less anymore. I'm not happy with this thing anyway. Certainly not happy with this. I don't like doing a slapdash job, but I've totally had enough of it, to tell you the truth. You know, you can only sort of go so far, and then eventually it does get to you, and this one has. It all goes on like that, and then the base plate just drops on the bottom. And there you go. There it is. The finished, well, it's got to be riveted obviously, but I'm not going to bore you with that. But there she is. All finished. Technically. If you want to put that piece on, you can put that on still. Because that'll clip on if you want to put that on. I'm going to leave it off actually, it looks better with it off. But there you go, that's the that's what I've done anyway in my build off. what happened? My camera went funny there. And there you go. That's how she looks now. So anyway, everybody, hope you're happy with how it turned out in the end. I'm not, but you know, I can't even open that bonnet now. Can't get my fingers down there now. You open it. Oh, for God! I couldn't care less. If I scratch it, I scratch it. I can give it a toss. There. So that's my contribution to the build off. I'm not going to bother putting this on the turntable because I'm not really happy with it. I'm going to just leave it like that, so you can look at it like that. Turn it around like that. Bugger the turntable. There's my turntable for this one. It's not good enough to go on this turntable of mine. It's a load of crap, but that's my build off. So anyway, that's that. Hope you enjoyed the video more than what I did, because I didn't enjoy it. But anyway, I'll catch you all again, hopefully next time, with a better video and a better outcome. But until then, it's bye bye from me.